In today's video, I'm going to be using vases from the Dollar Tree, starting with this first vase. These are always in the Dollar Tree. I just wanted to show you the difference. They do have a shorter version, but for this first DIY, I'm going to be using the taller version. And I seen this cute little wax warmer. It has that faux wood look. I thought this was so pretty and perfect for what I wanted to use it for. And so I am just using some fix-all glue from the Dollar Tree in combination with some hot glue. Anytime I'm working with glassware, I use a stronger glue. You can use E6000. I use E6000 fix-all and cement glue from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm just adding in some leftover stones that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add a little tea candle at the bottom. The theme for these vases today is going to be coastal. So I had these really pretty picks I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I just clipped them off the stem, and I'm going to add them right inside the vase. I don't want any sticking out, so I'm going to make sure I push them down in the rocks. This first project is simple, easy to do, but I absolutely love how this one turned out. It is so pretty and perfect for the coastal season. For the next DIY, I'm using another one of those vases. I'm going to attach some rope to it. I originally was going to go in the middle, but I decided to start from the bottom. And as you can see, I've already wrapped it around. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. But I pretty much just wrapped the rope around the bottom. I cut off the excess, and now I was tacking it down with some hot glue. The Dollar Tree have these really pretty shells. I absolutely love these. So what I'm going to be doing is adding these to the bottom, and so I'm going to go in with some hot glue, add a little bit, and then I'm going to add one of the shells um, right on the top of the rope, but letting the shell go over the rope, if you can see. And I'm going to have them right next to each other, leaving just a tiny bit space. And I'm just going to add this all the way around. I thought this would be pretty for the coastal season to style a candle with. I absolutely love how this one had turned out. So I'm just going to continue going around, leaving just a little bit space, but they're pretty much close together. And that way I was able to fit all of the shells perfectly around this vase. So once I get that complete, what I'm going to do is take one of my LED candles, and I'm just going to add it right in the inside. As you can see, I'm adding in my last shell, and it fit perfect in between those two. And that is it for this one. I absolutely love the simplicity of this. Once I added in the candle, this just turned out so beautiful. For the next DIY, I have this shape vase, and what I'm going to do is cover the top portion of this vase using those same shells. So I'm just adding them even with the rim of the vase at the top. I'm going to go around the top first, making sure that the shells don't go over the rim. And I'm not going to add them all the way down at the very bottom because I'm going to do something else with that. This one may be my favorite out of today's video. I really do love how it turned out. It's giving high-end coastal. So what I'm going to do is continue adding those, and I'm just adding them close, as close together as I can get them. So you'll see me pushing them over. I'm only using hot glue for this. It seemed to have worked pretty well and held up. Once I get them covered up, as you can see, I'm just going to continue down. I'm actually going to go back over these with more shells and just layering them on top, and those going to close up the openings that you can see, and you'll see what I mean shortly. I'm just going to continue covering the glass, and then I'm going to start layering the other one. So as you can see, I didn't go down to the very bottom, I mean, and that's how it looked now. So I'm just going to layer on top, as you can see, and I'm making sure that I add them over the gaps where you can see the glass. I'm just going to add some hot glue where I'm going to connect it and place it right over. As you can see, it covered that opening. And I'm just going to continue doing that, layering these shells right on top of each other and until I have the glass covered. Once I have that complete, for the bottom, I wanted to add in some rocks, and this is how it turned out. I love this. I love this. And so I'm going to add in some rocks so that they can show through at the bottom. I'm going to put in a little LED tea candle, and that is it. I really do love how this one turned out. And so for the next DIY, I'm going to be using this shaped vase, and I'm going to be using some of that nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I have 2 rows of that. Now, I'm sure we all have seen these vases before. I'm attaching the rope starting from the bottom using some hot glue, and I'm going to hot glue the bottom row first, and that makes it easy for me to start just wrapping it around the remaining rope to move a little faster. I do like to add a little glue here and there, but not so much. I like to wrap it so that I can have room to push the rope down just in case there's any gaps, and then I can go in and add a little hot glue here and there. So I'm just adding a little hot glue for the first couple of rows, and then I'll start rolling it. Now, I've made plenty rope vases on my channel before, but they all have been gifted to different family members, and I think it looked perfect with my decor, so I definitely knew I wanted to create me some more. So what I'm going to do is tack down this first row of rope, and I cut it on a slant so that when I add the second row that it blends in easily. And so I'm going to add a little hot glue, and I are going to start with the second row. I already cut that on a slant, so as you can see, I'm just making sure that blends together so you don't see where it connected. And then I'm just going to start wrapping that row around. Once I get that complete, I have this other rope from the Dollar Tree, but what I'm going to do is unravel this rope because it comes in 3 parts, and I want to attach it to the top part in in the threes, because the rope itself is really thick, so that's why I wanted to break it up so that I can do it separately. So I'm going in with the first row, and I'm continuing on where it left off at, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Now with this one, I am going to be adding hot glue along the way. This is a different texture, so it sort of slips, so I'm just going to be going in along the way adding hot glue. Once I get to the top, I'm going to tack it down, and then I'm just going to kind of shape it to get like dense, as if it looked like it was molded or clayed. And that is it for this DIY. I am going to add some greenery into this one. I'm going to clip down any strings that I see. You can burn them off, but I'm just going to use my scissors, and I really do love how this one turned out as well. For the next vase DIY, I'm going to be using this one from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to remove the tag from the bottom. I did want to create a vase to style some of my fresh flowers in. I like to keep fresh flowers in the house. I have this basket here from the Dollar Tree, but what I'm going to do is unravel it because I wanted that vase to look like it's sitting in a basket. But of course, this basket is too big, so I have to make it fit the vase. I really love this DIY. Mother's Day is coming, and if you're going to be gifting some florals to that special mother, friend, sister, I think it'd be really cute if you personalized or decorated the vase, and I think this is a perfect way. I am going to be creating more of these because the florals, flowers that I'm going to be giving out, I do want them to look like they sit in the basket, so that the vase sit in the basket so that they can reuse it and just something pretty for their home. So as you can see, I stopped unraveling till I got to that small circle so that I can sit the vase right on top. So I'm going to add some hot glue, and I'm going to sit the vase right on top to make sure it's connected. And then now what I'm going to do is start hot gluing the rope from the basket right back around, and now the basket look like it fits the vase perfect, and you'll see what I mean. So as you can see, now I'm connecting with the glass, and I'm just going to continue adding some hot glue, making sure that I place them really close together so that it can look like it's sitting in the basket. And I just think this is so pretty. I am going to create more because when I am hosting for Mother's Day, and I do want to send my sisters and nieces and them off with some flowers. And the Dollar Tree have many different color style these baskets, and so I wanted to create some more using the other kind. So as you can see, I'm almost finished, and I'm just going to continue to go around, and then I'm going to push it down a little bit to close up any gaps. When I tack down the last piece, I'm going to cut it off on a slant so that I can blend it in, and that is going to be it. I love how this turned out. It's so simple. I'm going to add some fresh flowers. I say florals, flowers. And I think this just turned out so pretty. So for the next two DIYs, I'm using these large vases from the Dollar Tree, and these are the largest vases that they sell for $1.25, and they have the large rim. And I'm going to be pairing these two with these really two pretty blue vases that I picked up out of the coastal section of the Dollar Tree. And this is how they look. They have these little raffia bows attached to them with these cute little seashells that I am definitely going to keep on there. So what I'm going to do first is add some stones from the Dollar Tree to these vases because you can see through them. And so I thought it would be nice to kind of have the stones in there. So I'm just going to open up the package, and I'm not going to fill it up. I'm just going to add a few stones to the bottom. Then I'm going to attach those two vases to the top, and I'm using this cement glue from the Dollar Tree because the rim is pretty small, so I don't have a big base to attach these to. You can add something in the inside to attach to them, but the rim is bigger than usual around bases. So what I'm going to do is just use the cement glue and the hot glue, and then once I get them attached, I'm going to go back in with some more cement glue, and you will see that shortly. So what I'm going to do now is add some glue, attach the second ones, and I'm going to let these sit and dry so that I could work with them. Because what I'm going to do is once it dries some, I'm going to turn it to the side and go around it with some more of that cement glue because it dries clear. Now this is how they look, and I am going to embellish these. I have some of this sand, this white sand from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pour it inside both of the vases, but I am going to embellish these a little different than each other. So now I'm going in with some stones, trying to bring in some nature, the little coastal theme. I have some of these little sticks that come out of the pack from the Dollar Tree as well, and I am going to be adding in one of these shells in each one of them out of that pack from the Dollar Tree. And then what I'm going to do for one of them, the Dollar Tree put out these really pretty coastal picks. I'm going to take the pick, I'm going to clip it down separate using my wire cutters, and then I'm just going to add those picks right inside one of the vases, inside of the sand, and just bringing in a really pretty coastal theme. For the other one, I'm going to be adding one of the Dollar Tree floating candles. So what I'm going to be doing is pouring in some water, and then I'm going to let those sticks and everything float back down. Settle back down because they floated to the top. I'm going to add in my candle, and that is it. I think these turned out so pretty. Here's the one with the floating candle, and then you will see the one with the coastal pig. And I really do love how both of them turned out. This next one is super simple. I'm using the shorter vase like the one I used in the first DIY. I found this candle holder, and this, I guess this is a little candle holder as well. They were the same color, and I thought it'd be perfect for what I needed. So I'm going in with my combination of glues, and I'm going to add the vase right on the top of the candle holder. Now the other little piece have a little rim at the bottom that fits perfect inside of the glass, so it won't slide around. So that's going to be my lid. Because of the little hole in the center, I'm going to add a little piece of greenery right in the center, and I'm going to use this to store my melts, because I do have some melts with the different scents for the coastal theme, and I added them, and I actually really needed this, and I put it right next to one of my melts, and I think it is so adorable. I mean, one of my warmers, and I think it is so adorable. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.